It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and this is Dealership Life. And after living 15 years of dealership life, you know, you literally hear everything. And one of the things I always question is, why do people say the things they do? And that's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. Except we can't, because I never actually finished that video. I started filming, I had a concept in my mind and I knew what I kind of wanted to do, but I got busy throughout the day and I had to put the camera down and I couldn't finish the concept. What prompted that idea was my experience I witnessed at another dealership when I was doing a dealer swap. I was waiting for them to get the vehicle and the paperwork for me so I can head out in the vehicle that we needed from them. And while I was doing that, a woman had come in the front door. She was doing a lease return. So the salesperson that had approached her, he got the keys and the registration. He handed that off to another gentleman who went out to I guess, do their little inspection and see if they were gonna buy the vehicle. While they were waiting, the woman's kind of just standing there. The guy was just standing there, the salesperson. So he started making small talk. And he asked her like, oh, you're returning the car, how'd you like it? And she said, oh, we liked it a lot. It was a good vehicle, but you know, it's just time that it goes back and we wanted something different. And he goes, oh, so you don't have to replace it. What did you get? And she said, well, my husband is affiliated, or a friend of his or a client was affiliated with a Dodge dealership. So we ended up going with a Dodge Ram. And his response to that was, oh, you should have went with the Silverado. And I stood there just thinking, like, why do people say stuff like that? Like, did he think by saying that, all of a sudden she's gonna be like, you know what? I should have went with the Silverado, somehow return the Dodge, stop that whole transaction, come to him and buy a Silverado? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't help the situation. And actually, it put a little bit of an awkward tension between the two of them because she really didn't know how to react. You know, she kind of just giggled it off and said, oh yeah, well, the Dodge is, it's a nice truck. But to me, it's just like those little things just don't have to be said. You can leave that out. Essentially, what he did was he sort of called her stupid or dumb for making the decision of going with the Dodge Ram rather than the Silverado. It's like, dude, it's already done. You can't do anything about it. Just treat her nicely while she's there and maybe she'll do business with you in the future. What's up, ladies and gents? Today we're getting to test drive the 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe. This is a high country. It has the premium package. It also has the rear entertainment system, which is pretty cool. I got to take a quick look at it before I left the other dealership. This is a dealer swap. I basically had to drive down about 35 miles, 40 miles to a dealership to pick this up. I just dropped off a Traverse, and now I will drive this back for my client, who will pick it up maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. But I want to give you my impressions of what it's like in the new Tahoe. Sort of like a test drive. So, I got my mirrors all set up. I got my heads-up display, which I don't know if you can see it into the screen here. But that's all set up, ready to go for my lane departure warning and forward collision alert and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just gonna, give you some different impressions of what I think so far about this new 2021 Tahoe. This is a high country, so it's a 6.2 liter V8. It's rated at 420 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and what's called dynamic fuel range management. So dynamic fuel range is a little bit more advanced than the active fuel range we had in the past. Active fuel range management would basically shut down 4 cylinders, or fuel to 4 cylinders, to try to save fuel. This one, like our Silverado with the dynamic fuel range management, can shut down fuel to all but 1 cylinder, running 17 different patterns. At least I believe it's 17 different patterns. The Silverado is 17. So it's constantly figuring out what it can do to give you the best fuel economy based on the inputs that you're giving the vehicle. What you're asking the truck to do as far as acceleration and throttle response and stuff like that. Again, I started the concept. I was bringing the Tahoe back. I was going to have a nice drive. I was going to tell you about it the whole way back. I remember this day because the traffic on 287 going back north was a little congested, so I started concentrating on driving rather than filming, obviously because I'm in the car, even though it's easy to do with the GoPro. You kind of just talk like I'm talking now and happens to be a camera in front of you. But I remember being frustrated because by the time I got back, I realized I lost all momentum in the idea. I didn't get the footage like I wanted to get. And at that point, I just kind of scrapped the idea. And I only had this footage that I just showed you. This one hurt the most. I was waiting a year to make a video with this car, and this is all I got.
Oh yeah.
Probably one of the most frustrating things about delivering a new Corvette or something like this is going to the gas station, because you want to make sure you don't have any problems along the way. One of my Corvette orders finally showed up. This car is absolutely amazing. This is the first time I'm actually behind the wheel of the car. Now, I'm only going about a mile up the road, not even to the gas station, but wow, completely blown away by just the fit and finish in the interior of this car. You know, I can't even think right now. I'm literally just looking around at stuff. It's crazy because we ordered, you know, our dealership got 16 allocations to order cars. 10 of those 16 got pushed to 2021. This is the 4th one that came in. We have 2 more that should be built before the end of the month. So this is like the first time I'm actually getting to sit in the car and really take a look around. The gentleman that bought it from me also purchased a Z06 for me back in 2009. So when he gets here in about 10-15 minutes, we're going to sit in this, we're going to go through everything, really show him how everything works, which will also be a learning experience for myself, you know, because I haven't really spent the time in it, but we'll get through it. Looks so cool with the engine in the back. This is crazy. And with this C8 Corvette, it was all about timing. You know, it just didn't work out right for me for the ability to have the time to make video content with it. The car showed up on a Friday at like 12:01 in the afternoon. They had to do a full PDI. They had to add Z51 parts. They had to put the engine cover, lighted door sills, the side rocker extensions. They had all different accessories they had to add to this car. They didn't get to finish it on Friday. Our service department is closed on Saturday, so they had to continue it on Monday. So the customer was cool with that. He said, I'll pick it up Monday. Technically, Monday, I was supposed to be gone already on vacation. So I ended up pushing it out a day. This way, I could be there for the customer. So I show up Monday. They're still finishing the car. They're detailing the car. He's all excited. We got it all timed out. The car was done. I gassed it, and then I came back, and he was basically there. So I didn't get the time I wanted to kind of sit in it and go through it and make a video for you guys. He loved it, by the way. He was super excited. It was definitely well worth the wait. I was blown away by the car. You know, it was the first time I really got to sit in it for a while and kind of just take a gander at everything. Take a gander at everything while I was fueling it up and stuff like that. So I absolutely loved it. I can't wait till we have access to more where I can get them. You know, it's like they're all over YouTube now, but for me, this was really the first experience I had where I could spend 10 minutes in the car, you know, that sort of thing. Monday just turned out to be such a busy day. I also delivered a used Bolt. I was working like 3 or 4 different deals, trying to tie up loose ends before I was gone. And then that was it. Tuesday I was gone, and I'm still not back yet. I go back on Wednesday. So, you know, I guess the point of this video is just YouTube life during dealership life is not all that easy. And I'm not complaining. You know, I enjoy doing it. I like doing it. I wish I could do it a lot more consistent for you guys, but it's just one of those things that when you're working a full-time job and you're trying to get this stuff done and you're trying to film within the time periods and between customers and stuff like that, it's hard to do it. Plus, I'm very critical of myself. So if I don't have something I feel is what I want to put out there, I don't put it out there, you know what I mean? So I end up having, like I did today, where I just went through some of the stuff on the camera, and I had little clips of stuff that just, there's no story to it other than the fact of explaining why there's no story to it. So in any event, Thanks for watching this video. I'm almost at 6,000. While I was away, I got a comment, somebody pushing to get me to 6,000 subs. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. And I got some cool ideas coming up for when I do hit 10,000, which I don't know when that'll be. I know it's on the way, it will eventually happen. And I got some pretty cool stuff I wanna have ready and lined up for that day and that time, because it is a big thing. I mean, 10,000 subs in the YouTube world is not all that much, you know, anymore. People hit 100,000 and millions and have tons, but everybody starts at 1 or 0 for that matter. And you got to work your way up little by little. So, you know, I look up to people that are bigger than me. I know I got people that are smaller YouTube channels looking up to me and asking me for advice. So it's a pretty cool community and family, and it's a fun thing to be involved in. And I will keep doing it. And now I have a clear mind, and I took some time to myself, and you know, I got that drive in me again to try to make things more consistent and get some content out there. So get your popcorn ready, because videos are on the way.